Hey everyone. How is everybody doing? Is there anybody out there? We're going to talk about something pretty cool today. What Jeff Bezos said recently about something pretty incredible. Something that we all talk about very often, but it's just funny to see some of the ambassadors of Earth, as they call him, some of the elites talking out freely about exactly what's going to go on. So that's something that should be very interesting to talk about. And a whole other topic, the space wars, recent activity and what's going on and all the hype in the news. We're going to try to talk about it in a way where we're allowed to talk about it and not bring up too many painful topics, let's say, to get us destroyed and taken off as we try to do a stream together. What do you think of the explosions on the moon in the last video? Hope you're all interested in that. We'll be talking about that on Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic Tuesday. I missed him once again this week, but I will be streaming with Jean-Claude on Tuesday, and I will get that up a couple of days before. And I hope you guys will stop by and come and see what we're going to talk about. To his community, we're going to talk about some of the explosions I'm filming on the moon, too. There's my amazing friends and team. Andrew, what's up, man? Nice to see you. John, hell yes. Thanks a lot. Arizona is in the house. Forced disclosure, nice to see you. What's up, brother? Southern California in the house. Always a pleasure, man. Elias Barnes, how's it going? Hello to you. Minky Pinky, number one, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. How's it going, Christine? Christine, comment ça va? Bienvenue, merci. N'oublie pas, OVNI Québec Astronomie, demain samedi, on va avoir aussi en direct, si jamais tu as le temps de venir passer faire ton tour. Je te remercie. Well, hello there, Darla. How's it going? Andrew says, I've been thinking about who the men in black really are and if they are real or not. Well, I went through that thought along the same lines. As often you and I, there's a lot of points in common that we have, which is really cool. We're getting some fringing here. Let's see. Let's try to fix that. There we are. But yeah, that's like you said, the men in black, right? Me too. I have a lot of skepticism about it, and not just that. I have a lot of skepticism around what they say, what people are saying that their goal is, and how it all started. They're supposed to be here supposedly for people who were in contact with aliens. Maybe they could also be the ones that are trying to stop people from bringing information out. I mean, you'd assume that it would start by a knock on the door or so. But then when they come to the door, they're not going to necessarily tell you, hey, it's us. It's the black dudes. It's the guys in black. You're going to have to use your own common sense and trying to find that out, right? Juan Lopez. Hello, man. Thanks a lot, you guys. I appreciate the support, eh? Merci, Christine. Thanks, Christine. It's a bit more professional. I mean, I love seeing the backgrounds in the house, and some people do it, and it's nice. And if I had a nice, beautiful office, sure, it'd be nice. But maybe a couple of people, I don't think that way, but a couple of people say that. Well, they don't say that. One person told me that all the objects in the background, people will, they spend their attention on looking around and not necessarily listening what's going on. We all say hello to each other because we're a family, but in general, the focus is on me. No, I'm kidding. Nah, just wanted to bring that up. But that, as for the background, the green screen, which is very expensive, by the way. Why? Because you need a green screen that's wide, and of course, it's very hard to get the lighting right on a green screen. Very hard to get the lighting right. You can't have any lights on you because this is what will happen. You get a bit of light. That's not too bad. You see some fringing, but sometimes it's really hard to portray the image properly. Comment ça va, Sébastien Robert? Thanks again, Christine. Hello, my dude. Hey, Sébastien, thanks for the ongoing support on all my platforms, man, all the channels and everything. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel. Can't thank you all enough. Merci, mon frérot. Jerry in the house. Jerry Hayes, how's it going? From Arkansas. Thanks, you guys, my friends in the U.S. That's how it all started here, Jerry. I started the channel and I got a lot of American friends. It really was the first group of people here. I was counting on getting a whole bunch of varieties of countries and stuff like that, but it started out that no Canadians were coming here. It's like I was invisible as a ghost. In the States now, some people made started coming from the States, France, and it was plenty of countries now, but it took a long time to get other people coming from other countries. And you could tell this if I don't know if you guys have tried it, but even if you have, whether you have a big or small channel, go look in your analytics at the traffic and what type of people, the age group of people, and what countries come to your channel. And sometimes you see some really special things. Angelica, hello. Thank you very much, Angelica. Rue is a nice name. Welcome. And of course, all of you that are new to the channel, I can't thank you all enough for taking the time to check out the research. I didn't think it would be that hard, honestly, to try to differentiate myself from the ones that are faking programs or not. Filmographer, I am one myself as a hobbyist for sure, and I love making films. You haven't seen my work making films, obviously. Sometimes I get silly clips up and stuff, but I can do so. But the ideal is that I'm trying to, even though I'm on YouTube and it's not a governmental site, what I'm doing is studying in ufology and in astronomy, and I'm trying to do things a legitimate way. Sure, there's many ways to get to Rome. There's many ways you can do the research, as long as you understand that I'm here because I'm trying to tell you all that I'm researching in ufology. I understand how everything works, and what's out there. Like you all know what ufology is. You've done your own research. Each and every one of you looking up at the sky, in my eyes, are student ufologists. That's what I am. That's how I see myself, and I'm trying to better myself. Sure, I don't have any cards, but I'll be honest with you. Probably if I was on a platform, and I have interacted with people from MUFON, several different directors. The one that is there now, I'd have to check to see which director it is. I guess they're changing a lot. A couple of them I had a chance to interact with. They like the work, but what I'm getting as a message is that the world is not ready, and the big associations are not allowed to mention something as big as what's on the moon. But then I turn it, the story around, and I say, yeah, but I'm just an amateur, so what's the danger? If I have no credibility, so to say, well, on the big scale, no, I don't have any credibility as a ufologist. Of course not. I have credibility in what I'm doing in my field, but it doesn't mean that, the big associations would even deal with me. And I accept that. I understand that. But what I'm showing, it's top secret, obviously, and I shouldn't have seen it. And the comments that I'm adding into that, well, my opinions and theories and stuff, along with you guys, it's all we can do to try to find out if, there's some truth to our theories. I bet you we've touched base and we've been very close on our theories over the years as to what's going on out there on the moon and everything. I don't know if they'll ever talk about the moon. I hope so. Karen, how's it going? Thank you very much. Is it now? Yeah. Or you mean in the video? Well, that's the thing. It wasn't the clearest. It was nice, the image. It wasn't the clearest, though, moon this month. Last month, I didn't even get it. It was dreadfully blurry. The atmosphere between Earth and the moon, or there was smog around the moon. Who knows? Yeah. People have a hard time believing there's an atmosphere on the moon when there actually is. Muchas gracias, Juan Lopez. Buen programa. Buen programa. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much, man, Juan. I appreciate it, you guys. A lot of Spanish-speaking people started coming around this channel, and I get a lot of help from Frank on News Snecados. Also channel, amazing channel. He has also Planeta Snecados. I'm not saying it right. I know that the pronunciation, but it's thanks to those people that attracted a lot of Spanish people coming over to the channel. And I do have a Spanish channel, so I get some people that do go over to the Spanish channel too sometimes. So that's really, really cool. Really appreciate that. There we go. We fixed the fringing light here. Finally. Oh, thanks, Darla. as long as it's not too annoying in the background. So what I need now is, and I'll do it. I'll just have to overlay. So when we want to talk about something, I can superimpose something right here, a square. We can talk about it like on the news, and I can move myself over to the side, make myself get a little smaller to be a bit more professional. Anyways, I do want to attract people with an interest in what's out there in space, but both open-minded, religious, atheist, spiritual. It doesn't matter because we're all the same. We have different beliefs, but in reality, we all get freaked out pretty much about the same things, I think. And there's an interest in what's out there in space. Also, people there, Space Wars, walking after his commandments. Welcome. Thank you very much. Space Wars are about going against God's army when he arrives. Thanks for sharing that opinion. And overwhelmingly, I'm getting a whole bunch of opinions and things that you guys are all saying. And honestly, it always affects my belief system. And it's good because I don't believe anyone should have one belief system. I believe that we should always just try to better ourselves, first of all, without saying it's the Freemasons motto, because it may be. But who doesn't want to better themselves, right? As a goal in life. That's one of my goals. And get better in what we do. And I'm happy that people are really open-minded now. More, I think, since the UFO report. But there's still some closed-minded people, which is nothing wrong with it. It's not because we're convinced that there's something out there that we have to force people to believe it. But still, I find it incredible that a lot of people still don't. Thank you, Darla. Imagine being able to buy a drone from a Walmart that can literally fly to the moon. Well, yeah, and we're laughing, but in reality, we do know it's going to come to that. But of course, we have no idea if it's going to be 100 or 300 years. But it will. Most likely it will. And a bit further down here in a couple of minutes, we'll talk about what Jeff Bezos said. I'm sure a lot of you heard about the colonies that he's wanting to talk about and start, actually, because you see, this is Blue Origin's goal. Not only is he predicting the future, as you say, not that he's predicting it, he's giving his predictions for the future, but he wants, as a goal for Blue Origin, to send millions of people, both, hang on, to work in space, but also to be born in space. So born and raised in space, but on these space colonies that will have their own mechanisms to have the gravity that's needed to hold them up and whatever. It's like, okay, sure. He's going to build that in the garage here, I guess. Is that where he's going to start building that? Where would these big projects be built? I highly doubt here. Sharon Yan, Luca. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Comment ça va, mon ami Manuel de la Belgique? Merci. On se voit demain peut-être sur Astronomie Québec. Merci encore, Manuel. How's it going, Sansi? Hi, Bruce, mods, and community. Hope everyone's having awesome day. Yes, absolutely. I am. It's gray here, really gray, raining, really cloudy, but it doesn't matter. We're still going to get some cool videos up, and there's lots to see. There's lots to see. How's it going, my friend? It's my fave time of the week again. Crimson Drums and all of you here, thanks for supporting the channel, and thanks for the ones that went all out and went to the member side too. An extra help. Really appreciate that, you guys. Thank you very much. I promise the work's not going to stop. And when I started the channel, unlike many other channels, hey, Craig 1971, how's it going, brother? Thank you very much, man. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in as always. Love seeing you, bro. When I started this, I started wanting to show what was on the moon, first of all, not necessarily what was on the moon. Yes, what was on the moon, but not knowing that I would see a lot of UFOs. And it came to, with the camera, I was finding extraordinary things, and I was able, with a 1200 millimeter focal length, 5-inch Celestron Maksutov Cosgrane camera by Celestron, I was able to get some really cool stuff. And I met some people in the community. They said, well, let's get a bigger scope, and try to see if we can see more. And it could have gone the other way, but there's a lot of activity I was able to see. Maybe it's because of the way where I am, or maybe it's because I'm more spiritual, but who says? That's just a theory that anybody can say. But whether it be that or not, Montreal is very active. It's the UFO capital of the world. If you look it up, just type in UFO capital. Maybe it'll send you to, I don't know, Oklahoma, but it should send you to Canada, because Canada is renowned for UFO sightings. This year, there was a lot more UFO sightings that were here in Canada, and it's all around, from British Columbia to Nunavut, obviously, right at the end of Canada here. Santo Domingo, awesome, guys. Republica Dominicana. Oh, wow. Juan, thank you very hey, Juan, I've been to Dominican Republic, Puerto Plata, in 19, okay, like 19, in the 1900s. Let's just say I was young. The end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s. I went there with my mother once. We had gone through a lot at one point, and then we all had a nice family vacation. But I had time to visit Dominican Republic. I know all about a whole bunch of places. Puerto Plata, I believe, is where we were. Beautiful area, beautiful people. I learned to speak Creole in Dominican Republic. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Juan Lopez. And Santo Domingo, awesome. República Dominicana. Hey, you guys had some earthquakes. I know in Haiti, the earthquakes and stuff, the war situation was really scary. And there was a lot of unrest. So I hope, Juan, where you are, hope everything is peaceful and that everything's going A-OK. Jason Graham. Hey, man, thanks. Tim, thanks, man, for being a member, bro. Hi, Bruce. Hope you're well, mate. I am. Thanks, guys, for checking in. Miss Arrow's in the house. Have a nice day to you, too. Oh, yes, we always have a nice moment. We do. We really do here. Les Laurentides. Christine, je te remercie, mon ami. Super cool. Les Laurentides, aussi une belle place. Belle place en automne. Je suis allé prendre des photos là. J'ai déjà été dans les Laurentides. Demande-moi pas où. Carlos Ramo, how's it going, man? From Owen. Happy birthday, Carlos Ramo. I hope that's what you meant. I remembered Carlos. I was waiting for you to come here, and I said, when I see that bug rung, I say, happy birthday. Don't ask me to go get the guitar. I'm not ready. I have no room with the green screen in back. The fringing light again. What can I do? You can see my aura with the green screen. That's cool, though. Evelyn, hello to you. Awesome people in the house. Hello, Bonner. How's it going? Hey. Oh, they are real. Oh, yes, they are, boy. For sure. Definitely. Hey, Chris, thanks. Tinfoil hats in the house. Thanks, man. Thanks, you guys, for appreciating the videos. Really appreciate that. Got to say, the green screen looks much more professional. Hey, Crimson Drums, thanks a lot. Yeah, absolutely, it does. And sometimes, Christmas or whatever, we can do things, and I can take it down and have, move around freely and stuff. But it does look a bit more professional. And again, my goal is to be professional. I do want people to understand that I do it full time. Like when I get off the stream, I don't just sit on the couch and my boxers. I'm outside of my boxers. I'm outside filming the sky all the time. Night, day, as often as I can. And that's the reason why I probably get a lot of stuff. You have to be outside a lot. And so the support, it's like, wow. What else can I say, you guys? Hey, Bobby Cat. Hey, Bobby. Thanks a lot. Love you. Thanks, you guys. You rock, Bobby Cat. I got to thank you for everything here. All of you. If not, I wouldn't be here. Hey, speaking of supportive people, Peter Benton is in the house. Thanks a lot, man. How's it going? Peter catches a lot of stuff, you guys. He's maybe not bragging about it, but go check out his channel and look at some of the UFOs. Look at that teardrop object that he caught in the sky. Drone or UFO, it is amazing. I've never caught an object like that in the sky. I thank you, Peter, for everything, bro. Thank you very much, Karen. Thanks, you guys. Well, the MS Sport evening to you. Hey, Mark, trying to catch up there. There he is, Mr. CE5 Circle. Man, I got to thank you for the beautiful, amazing gift that I got. It is packed, and not just that, it's at my, um, anyways, I'm getting a nice frame. I'm doing a bunch of stuff for it, anyways, to get it prepared, and I'm going to show it um, tomorrow or in another day or something like that, or tonight is not where I'm not showing it yet. I have what I showed in the video CE5 circle. There's a plastic wrap over it. I put it in conversion because when you look at it in conversion, it looks like a bloody X-ray. I love the work, man. I love the gift. You're a generous person. C5 Circle, you can check out his channel, guys. He made a couple of prints for a couple of channels of his friends that he loves, a couple of channels that have been showing it because he gave them, even Darla and some other channels. And I can't thank you enough, man. My friend Simon, CE5 Circle, and we hooked up at one point on another channel, and we had the chance to interact. He came on the channel too to talk with us, and probably will in the near future again. Makes nice carvings. I'm a fan, man. I'm telling you, Simon. Yeah, nice to see you, man. I appreciate it. Amazing gift. So what I did is I went to get it professionally laminated. It was more expensive than I thought, but it was well worth it, man. It's $60, approximately 60, 65. I said it's going to be worth it. It didn't change the image whatsoever. If it looked darker, it's because it's me with the exposure. It wasn't, the tint, the hue stayed the same, and put on a hard wood, and just basically your image is like in the wood now and stuff like that. So I'll have that memory, man, and I'll have that up on my wall, which I will get the green screen down to show everyone the wall. When the green screen is going to come down, you guys. The green screen is going to come down when I get my, if ever I get a beautiful plaque one day for having had 100,000 subscribers, then I'm going to have to get the wall back up for sure. I'll be so proud. Ribbit Kermit, nice to see you guys. Jose Lopez, Bruce, I seen a video of the moon having structures and living entities. Also, them not wanting us there because we are a race of war. Yes, that is totally believable. This reason why we haven't been back. It could very well be Jose Lopez. Thanks a lot, man. And that would make sense too, because there is some talk about when the astronauts landed, they saw lights, and they were like permanent lights, not like flashing lights and stuff like that. So it's a hell of a question, asking, why they didn't want us back. We are a race of war for sure. And now the competition, there's India, China, and the US. What's going on? There's a space war, the satellite wars. Last year, India became space capable when they shot down a Russian satellite. And then they started talking about direct energy weapon satellites. It's starting to get scary. So in general, can we say that we are in World War III without anyone actually knowing, if not even IV, without anyone actually really knowing what's going on? And we're just filming, oh, look, wow, lots of new debris up in the sky these days. Bruce is lucky, goes outside and sees crap around the sun all the time. That shouldn't be normal when you think of it. So there could be, other things happening, Caught a fleet, Simon, CE5 near Orion. Craig Knight 71, I will check that out. Craig Knight 71 also gets sunsets and UFO videos. A whole bunch of people here do. Dabs, how's it going, my brother? I just saw him. Love you, man. Thanks for everything. Hey, Mark, thanks a lot, I appreciate it. Thanks for the comments, bro, and everything also. Israel, hey, shalom. Thanks you. Israel, thank you, not thanks you. Israel, always welcome. Thank you very much. All amazing. Under the Iron Dome. When we saw that for the first time here, the Iron Dome. Wow. The beautiful defense system in Israel. Don't fuck with Israel. That is for sure. Everyone always welcome. The more the merrier, the more countries that come here. The interest, when people can step, without having to feel that they have to undo their belief systems to come see what I'm capturing. I'm not telling anyone that God doesn't exist. The opposite. I'm telling people that there's something out there. And maybe God didn't mention it. He didn't have to tell us everything. Maybe it was taken out. of the Bible. Maybe it was hidden. Lots of stuff we can think about. Alessandro, Lonzi, thanks you guys. Genevieve, hey, thank you very much. Hey, thanks you guys. Welcome. I appreciate that. Florida in the house, tinfoil hat. Thank you very much. Don't go in the sun with that tinfoil hat. Actually, keep it on. Yeah. If they sold them, I think everyone would have one. No one would tell them that they're wearing it, but I'd have to do some tests with aluminum foil. I have to come on here with some aluminum foil and see what people say. Thanks again, Simon. Hey, salut, Janet Airlines. Thanks a lot. Hazard, Kentucky, USA in the house. Kermit, thanks, man, for always stopping by, for everything, bro. The comments and everything. I appreciate that. Alessandro Lanzi, grazie. Grazie, Alessandro. Thanks for everything, you guys. Peter, Mr. Peter Benton, thanks, man. Thank you very much, bro. That is mi canal de investigación en español. Astronomia ovnis. 700 subscribers. We touched 700 subscribers on the Spanish channel, you guys. Thank you so much. And they're all here, actually. The ones, Darla, that we shared the links to a couple of months back did actually come to the Spanish channel. Juan and a whole bunch of people did so. So I was really happy about that. Thank you very much for doing so, Thor. Woods, welcome. Nice to see you. I started listening to you when I was in Taiwan. Hey, John, thanks a lot. John Helios, Helios. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Really appreciate you guys for taking the time to check it out. It has to be a little bit of trust in what you guys think of me when you come here. I get it. And even though I'm not renowned or space credible, I still try to do honest work. Filmography, special effects. I'm telling you, I have a love for it, a passion for it. I should have started out by that. But when I do some funny clips, I like funny, I like horror, a bunch of stuff, but it can be presented as special effects, playing around with special effects. I think it would get as many views as somebody saying, oh, look, UFOs coming below the trees, just to see what people's reactions are. I don't blame people for doing it. Some people do it for fun. I get it. Okay. But some people go with it. They go with it. And it's not every day that we catch UFOs. It's not every day that I'm going to catch UFOs. So as often as I can see them, I intend on sharing them for sure. Thanks again, Thor Woods, for stopping by. John, I appreciate it again, man. Vibrant Love, hello to you. Tom, how's it going, man? Yeah, let's talk about it. Hey, Kayam. Let's do this, guys. Hello, everyone. Space Cow, Sergeant Haggis, Red Foreman, Carlos, Olivier Klein, Oliver Klein. Hello to you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Carlos Ramo. Muchas gracias. Thank you. I'm studying. I know 0.001% of Spanish, but it is a language that I love. It's a language that is easy to fall in love with, I find. Hey, the stats. I did not see the stats. I just jumped over them. Hello, the stats. Grip Ripper. So Jeff Bezos says only a few will remain on Earth. They're going to, and this is what he predicts. And also, Anthony, hello, man. Yeah, I do. I'm lucky, man. Honestly, lucky catching him. Really. There you go. Gate Smasher. Air, how's it going? I filmed it before, especially a couple of months ago, Air, or Airy, a beautiful name. When the sun was really aggressive and there was some sun flaring, because I also get the sun flares and I show sunspots, I was able to capture some pretty incredible views of the moon that was just for real red and not with a filter. Because I'll be honest with you, you can hardly tell the difference. If you put up a red filter, it almost looks like the red moon, but it was an orangey, tangy, red, very deep blood-like moon. The last couple of months, couple months ago, was incredible. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, Ashley. Yeah, guys, we're taking the time to say hello to people coming in here because there's a lot of people coming in here. Jeff Bezos is talking about starting colonies. And that's in general, we'll talk a bit about that. There's a lot going on. Thanks again, Ashley Camp. Awesome. I'm actually honored. Like if an astrology student comes here to listen, because um, that's the truthful side of you, that you want to do your work in astrology, but you also want to see what truth is out there, what people are capturing. So I use a 14-inch telescope, and straight up, the moon is definitely, I believe, inhabited 100%. Bruce, a friend of mine told me. Hold, hang on, buddy. Andrew, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, man, for the generous contributions and everything, man. The memberships, guys. I'll never be able to thank you all enough. Thank you very much for generous contribution. Sébastien Robert, comment ça va, mon frère? Fait plaisir de te voir. Bruce, a friend of mine told me yesterday that we have heard about oxygen on the moon. Listen, Sébastien, tu fais triper because this is the Hi Dana Schreiber. Hey, sister. Um, Sébastien, on a parlé de ça il y a 2 jours, à moi aussi, qui parle de l'oxygène qui est plus élevé sur la Lune. Si jamais ils sortent avec ça dans les nouvelles, if ever, sorry, I'm going to say it in English now. Sébastien Robert understands English. I hope so. So Sébastien, thanks again, Dana. Sébastien says, a friend of mine told me yesterday that we have heard about oxygen on the moon. Yes, 2 or 3 times, Sébastien. I'm hearing about more and more people talking about it, that there's a higher elevated oxygen on the moon. Jeff Bezos are also talking about um, the colonies, but no mention of the moon. But somebody did mention that. This is what I heard, Sebastien. 8 billion people or 10 billion people can live on the moon. There would be enough oxygen for us to live in a breathable environment. Now, I'm not confirming this yet because, I mean, honestly, I would go get party toys and hats and like party stuff, glitter. It would be amazing because it would show that in the 6 years that I got laughed at, people would start believing that maybe there's a possibility in what Bruce is saying. Hey, Sebastien Rabard, thanks, you guys. And I think I just missed one. Man, I mean, it means a lot, man. Merci, Sebastien Rabard. Let's see here. Sebastien, the stats is here. Eric has been found not guilty. His freedom is victory. Eric has been found not guilty. Freedom is victory. Hero. Oh, really? Stats. That is good news. It'll be all over the news. Not following that story. So much going on. There's so much going on around us right now. Yes, and you have mentioned oxygen on the moon since a long time. Yeah, man, my 6th year. And why did I mention it? Because I'm seeing clouds. I'm seeing a whole bunch of what looks like a lot of activity on the moon, movements and everything like that. And now we're even seeing creatures and biological life. And that was too much for a lot of people. I'll be honest with you. I was abducted. I did manage to see the portal in my room. That's scary because I've seen what you mentioned as a portal. I've seen that before. It was a square rectangle actually, but they dropped me not softly in my bed. That is why I woke up and caught them. Ooh, that's a déjà vu because I just did. I'm working on a special clip. I'm not going to say I'm working on a movie, but I'm working on a movie clip that will maybe be in a documentary or something. Sometimes I do footage that I don't necessarily show. Sometimes I bring it out, and sometimes I don't bring it out. But it's funny you said that because in an experience of what's happening to me, I'm trying to recreate it by making a video clip of me actually showing what I experienced. For example, my room or something. I could do a whole bunch of movie clips coming soon. There'll be lots of cool stuff. I mean, it's just to make things a lot cooler. The research is never going to stop. We're going to see, hey guys, what are we going to see next summer? I can't wait. Anthony S. Benedito, that's another thing we're talking about. Space station is going to have to shift and be on the watch. They're going to have to bunker down. When is it? Next Tuesday or sometime? Bunker down in the ISS space station. I don't know if you guys know it, but there's an object that is as small as it may sound, 10 inches in diameter, probably round, across, or wide. I don't know. That the space station and satellites are going to have to continually divert. What I said? They're going to have to continually divert. What damage would it do? The dust is going through the space station, right? Like dust particles is making holes. Could you imagine something 10 inches? That's just under a foot. That's just 2 inches under 12 inches. And it would be devastating when you think of it. So all this debris, what's going on? China's dropping debris up in space. I mean, total. I got no respect for anyone, no matter what country, even if it was my country doing that. Don't forget, guys, some spy satellites went up recently. 219, 220. All these spy satellites went up. India, Iran, the U.S. all sent up spy satellites. So there's a danger. Russia studying to take down the X-38B or X-38 spy plane from the States. So there is a space war, and I can't help but wonder, guys, the UFO report, there was a mention that they did not know if it was a foreign country or if it was alien. And they still didn't confirm that to us, right? I don't think. So if it was a foreign country like Russia or China that was capable with UFOs and like we're all thinking UFOs are little people in them or humans in them or beings in them. What if those were, you know, defense mechanism drones, that it's a defense mechanism that those lights, whatever they may be, have the charge and power through lasers or whatever, plasma, who knows, to destroy frequencies. And you know what they're doing, eh? They're bringing down satellites, anti-satellite satellites. Have you ever heard of that? They have anti-satellite satellites that are up there, and they either send them in geosynchronous orbit. Is that what they call it? Geosynchronous orbit, where the satellites go and die. Geostationary orbit is where a satellite will go, and instead of going around Earth, it's stationary there, and it turns with Earth. So that, or they bring them down in the atmosphere, and when they bring them down in the atmosphere, they burn up and they come down to Earth, and that's why sometimes when we see what looks like a falling star, it could very well be a satellite going down. How dangerous would that be? Christy, thank you. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate the support, my friends. I'm not going to let up. More videos coming, a lot more videos coming. I also film during the winter for those just arriving. I bring the telescope out when it's not minus 30, of course, but we get a lot of footage in when we can. Love you, Christy. Thanks, Christy. Thanks, you guys. Awesome. Thanks, Sebastien. Burn's in the house. Thank you, Burn. Space Cow. Kyle is free. Yeah, just heard that. That's awesome. See the leftists with anyways, they're protesting against it. All the bad people just need someone to start up the oxygen machine like Arnold did in Total Recall. That's right. Start it up. And then we get back to the chopper. Get back to the chopper. Awesome. The stats, thanks for the ongoing support here. I appreciate it. Love you guys. I hope Floyd is doing well. I know he's working hard. The eclipse will cause an earthquake in Afghan America. That could be possible. That's definitely the area when things occur also. And don't forget the things that are occurring, like when the sun is very, very active and things are occurring, it happens along the southern hemisphere of the world, along the equator lines. That's why we see all the, Fiji Islands and all those areas. Everyone wants to go to Jamaica because that's where people go on vacations, right? Florida. I'm from Quebec, guys. Okay. I loved it in Florida. No regrets. I love the people there too. When I'd gone down, only one chance I got to go down again with my family. And Cocoa Beach is where we went down in Florida a long time ago. And I saw, guys, NASA was right across the water. Too bad, eh? I didn't have my camera back then. I would have been doing a whole bunch of stuff on the beach. Instead, I was looking at the girls on the beach. But they were all from Quebec because it was winter and people in Florida walk around in toques in the winter. It scared me. I was in the beach in the water. Let's go. Tubby's in the water. Hey, you from Quebec? Yeah. How do you know? Of course, when you coming again to República Dominicana? Hey, Juan, listen, man, that's incredible, actually. Wow, I couldn't imagine going to Dominican Republic and actually having a chance to hook up with someone that saw me here online. If so, if ever I do so, I promise the only area I will ever go back on vacation. I was 14, man. I'm 46. I would never go anywhere else but Dominican Republic, and I'm not just making that up. When I went there to Dominican Republic, I was in heaven. I thought it was amazing. My the security guard's name was Emilio, and he had a machete because of the bats at night that would go by, and he'd be the security guard. That was awesome. I mean, I loved it. Didn't like the bats. Dominican Republic bats come out very early at night. Didn't like that too much, but they don't bother you. If ever I do go back, Juan, I'll definitely talk and mention it to you. Jeff Bezos says we're going to live on colonies. He says only a few are going to remain here on Earth, and Blue Origin is pushing the goal of sending millions of people to both work in space, also to be born in space, and to live on these space colonies that are going to form their own gravity around them. And don't forget, by him saying Blue Origin as a goal for doing that, I mean, think of it. That's a little crazy. So I'm passionate about the space wars, what's going on, at the same time as what some of the elites are talking about. So are we talking 100 years, 50 years that we're going to go to the moon? Like, you do know it when he says space colonies, I still imagine it's going to be on the moon. I don't even know if the moon's a moon. It could be a planet for all I know. Jeff Bezos says um, it will be a practical, like there'll be jobs out there. People will be going out there. But what about the most important part of what he said about making Earth a natural conservation site? It's a little scary. He says, and I quote, when they come to Earth, when people come visit Earth, it'll be like coming to visit the way we do here on Earth when we visit the park in Yellowstone, the volcano, right? It's going to be a conservation site where they're going to preserve, obviously, all the wildlife and everything and whatnot. Who says that's not what they're doing on the moon? Who says all the animals are not roaming free on the moon and that, I don't know. But he's talking about bringing the industry outside of Earth to conserve it. So that means after having destroyed Earth for 1,000 years, and they've been doing mining, both aliens and humans, most likely, they're saying that now they want to preserve it. So I guess basically it would make sense. It's sad, but it makes sense that, like a plant, here's a good example. You got a plant in your house and you want to trim it, make some trimmings out of it to make other little plants, but you can only make about 3 or 4 plants because if you rip off any more leaves and try to make another plant, natural plant, you're going to kill the plant. So you let it grow again. And once it regrows and naturally, then you go back and you rip more leaves off of it. So basically that's what they've been doing to Earth, stripping it and mining it of its oils. Guys, do you see how many oil barrels are produced a day? Have you ever seen that? Hold on. Come on, Bruce. I'm looking for. I don't know why. Oh, it's too bad. Had a memory blank. Oh no, it's world stats. I guess that's what I have to write in. I don't remember what the website was. I wanted to show you guys something. There we go. The stats. We're going to see the stats. Worldometer. Thank you. That's what I wanted to show. Okay, so real quickly, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to share the screen. Oh, I'm going to share the full screen. Share entire screen. I'm going to see something cool real quick. So let's put this up. Look at this. Oh, we don't want to see that. World population right now. For those of you who have never seen this, I think it's absolutely incredible. You probably may not see the numbers, but we're at 7,907,811,780 people on Earth. Whoop, 790. Whoop, 800. Whoop. That's how fast it's going up. Okay, look at the births this year. Does it look like there's any problems on Earth when you see people having births like this? Like literally they're popping out like Smarties, right? Look at this. Okay, this morning, 222,000 people, magnificent people, decided, yeah, I think it's time to give birth today, have a baby. Today, 222,000. Deaths, 51. Won't get into that too much. Just today. Ouch. So what else did I wanted to show you? Let's look here at the yeah, down here is the interesting part. Look at the CO2 emissions. Don't forget La Palma, the volcano, and everything that's going on. This mother's always like really fast, right? These are the emails that the troll sent me today. Emails that today. It's incredible, eh? The stats when you look at it. Incredible. But it was the oil I wanted to see. I don't know if they say it or not. There it is. Okay. This is incredible. Okay. These are the barrels pumped just today. No, I don't want to buy oil. I just wanted to see that. Never mind. Just today, 55 million barrels, guys. Where's that oil going? This is the solar energy striking Earth. Look at that. Incredible. Oh my gosh, billions and billions. But anyways, days to the end of natural gas. What do you think of that? 57,000 days. Days to the end of coal, 148,000 days. So we come to the end of pretty much of, everything that we're mining and we're destroying, unfortunately, when you think of it. But that's how people are, I guess. I saw that for the first time. I was blown away by the stats. I was like, oh my gosh, are there that many people in the world? Are there that many people giving birth? That many people dying at the same time? So there's as many coming in as there are going out when you think of it. So pretty incredible. David Cram, thank you so much. Good evening, Master of Material. Biscuits from Belgium. Merci. Thank you, guys. David, thank you. I hope I'm helping them. I saw the vortex. Also, I'm getting used to it. Hey, you know what? I always said that people here on earth are doing the work for a higher being, for God, and that we don't even know it. Some of us do, but some of us don't. And in reality, there's some type of reason why some people can see these portals, because I know some people do. I've seen them before, and it wasn't something pleasant when it happened. Sure, it's not really something for me. It's becoming a habit, but now why is that light fringing there? Do I got it? Am I okay? What is it doing that? Trying to adjust the screen properly. Ooh, I'm moving around. There we go. So, natural conservative site. So they're going to bring the industry, oil mining, Jeff Bezos says, outside on other planets in space. Why? Why is that going to happen? You got to wonder why it's going to happen. You're like, wait a minute. Makes no sense. That fringing light is bothering me. Doesn't take me much, but oh, there we go. Taking me off, guys. I guess I have to bring that in a bit more. I don't know why everything's changing now when everything was adjusted. Didn't take much. There we go. That should be okay if I don't move. Do you know anything about fireballs? Yes. I had one come into my room years ago. Well, Lucy, when I first had my spiritual encounter when I was in my first apartment, was that a sphere. I wouldn't know about saying a fireball because it was a perfect sphere. It looked like a metal ball, and it was yellow. It was very, very bright, but it wasn't blinding to my eyes. But boy, it was bright. It looked like it wasn't there, and it's hard to explain. It's very hard to explain. Don't worry about it. It's the Pentagon again. Cascade subduction area and Fukushima fault line, Tennessee. Thank you very much for being here. Is that where you're living? Living on the fault line? No. Space debris. And that's the problem. That's what's going by right now that they're saying is being caused. Just the debris by, um, is it India leaving debris? And now there's fighting, I think, between the states, the U.S. and India. Geez, lots of sounds here today. Bells now. Oh, wow. It's snowing outside right now. Ouch, ouch. Lucianne Irwin, I I've seen them before. If it's what that sphere that you say, but I wouldn't say fireball because that I didn't see it. But I saw the fire in my house. I have a video, real entity video that I filmed fire in my house appearing. Sparks of fire though. It was little sparks, and it was a real fire right in front of my eyes. I filmed that. I've seen that also before. One was talking about the portals. Yeah, the other ways that people see what we call the other side, no matter what it is, probably nobody really knows where these areas lead to. Like, does it lead to a secret project like in a bunker in Area 51, or does it lead to God? Does it lead to aliens? Does it lead to other dimensions? The spirits and the people that moved on from here and the souls, do they go into other dimensions, or do they float around in the physical world and look like lights? There's so much. It's an interesting topic. We could talk about it so much. Just I let loose a little too much sometimes. My imagination lets loose, which is nothing wrong with it. I love it, but not everybody appreciates my imagination. Bruce, I feel it will be a revealing spring and summer for UFO geeks. You said it, Space Cow. That's what I believe. I believe that this summer is going to be a very, very big revelation of what's coming. Listen, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, where do these guys come from? How come all of a sudden these people have access to speaking freely about space, especially not being worried about what people are going to say about them? If Jeff Bezos spoke about his predictions for the future, is there any credibility to it? Is there any truth to it? You know, you got to wonder. You have to really wonder. Thank you, Darla. Oh, wow. Really, Darla? Thank you. Thank you very much. I whip that up. It's words. I write a lot of stuff. I write music, a lot of music, Darla. I write some good stuff. And sometimes I record little clips and I go and put them on Bruce's Music is the channel. If any of you want to go there, nothing space related, just a little fun channel, which I post from time to time, once or twice a month. Thanks, Darla, for taking the time to check it out. I appreciate that. If you guys and gals want to send me anything in the mail, like UFO parts or alien rocks or something, that's the address. Hate mail, it all goes right there. Thank you, Darla. You know what I bet? I bet the internet's going to go down, right, with this debris. So what's going on? Is that the goal of what China's trying to do? Is just basically, and Russia and Europe just shoot down our satellites? So it's like, wow, what a childish war. We don't get along even after that. What the hell? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's we're being attacked by that one world order, but who's fighting? If it's one world order, like who's the good guy, who's the bad guy? It gets really complicated at one point when you start seeing all the crap and things that are when the crap starts flinging. Ripper, thank you very much. What are the Ruskies up to? I wonder. I don't know anymore what people are doing. I mean, countries are so advanced. Look how advanced India is now, where they were telling us, oh, there's, they're not that advanced. Oh, come on. It's not because they're keeping their trying to keep it natural, the area, and forest like that's what everyone should be doing. We should be using only the strict minimum necessary amount of area that we need to take. We could be here for another million years. It's so stupid. Like, instead of killing us off slowly, like maybe limit babies or something. No, let people still have babies, but they're depopulating. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. If they're depopulating, how come there's 222,000 babies delivered this morning? Does that make any sense? 222,000 babies will be delivered this morning? I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense at all. Wow. So thank you very much, Sophia. Welcome, Sophia Carson. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoy the videos. Thanks, you guys. Oh, they're always hilarious. The stats, side conversations. Shine the light. So the elites want to ship, there you go, the plebs to the moon while keeping the beautiful earth to themselves. Shine the light says, that's a good one. And yeah, it really does make you wonder, eh? Right? Exactly. What do they want to do? They're going to start shipping everyone out, like on the moon. Oh, there's my eye again. Out on the moon. Is that what they're going to do? And Mars and everywhere. And they're going to keep Earth just for the elites. So the elites will be able to fly around in their planes and look at the beautiful conservation sites and go make love wherever they want to, right? Like, I'm going to go make love in the Fiji Islands this morning. And then I'm going to go back to Seoul. Then I'm going to go back to England, London. They just own the whole world, eh? Small little reserved group that lives on planet Earth. And then, of course, they'd have the workers living here. It never worked. There'd always be someone wanting to do some bad. Even in the elites, I'm sure that there must be some shithead amongst them, right? If not all of them. When you think of it, you think they all get along, the elites? I doubt it. Are they that elevated as a class that they don't fight? I highly doubt that. Do you think that it would explode or fall to the earth? Yeah, there's a good one. With what they're doing, they can destroy the frequencies. They can make them descend in orbit. They can slow them down. They can make them change courses and go off into geostationary orbit. Holy crap, it's getting really dangerous. And so that's basically just what they're going to do. And then the satellite's going to be bigger and it's going to have weapons on it. I don't want satellites with weapons on it flying by over my friggin' head. And we're seeing the crap rain down on us, literally raining down on us, right? And then, like, when it rains and stuff like that. Now, I'm telling you, I love the rain, but when it rains now and I'm outside, I used to work in the rain all the time. I don't even stay outside. I'm afraid we're going to die.
with the pollution coming down, with everything that's out there and that they're doing. They're destroying, they're polluting all around Earth. Now there's, what the hell, debris flying around Earth now that's a larger field now, and that's what Gate Smasher Uraj was exactly talking about also before. There is a debris field around Earth. They're tracking and locating 3,000 plus objects that they know exactly where they are. So now they say the telescopes, no, the satellites, let's try it again. The satellites everywhere in other countries are going to have to adjust continually by tracking those objects and continually moving over. ISS space station is supposed to bunker down soon because that 10-inch object is supposed to go by at the height of the satellite. So what is that object? Where did that object come from? Space station, 400 kilometers up. That's they change all the time. I heard 450, but now it's 400. But anyways, between 4 and 450 kilometers up is where the space station is. And now they're going to have to bunker down for debris. Can you imagine just a coffee cup size object hitting the space station? It'll make a hole as big as a door for sure. These objects some of them are going pretty fast in space, spiraling around space. That's a scary part. I believe so, Kai. Kai, I am. Absolutely, bro. I believe that 100%. And I believe they're doing it on purpose. You know how they are, eh? To the States, and they're doing it deliberate. So to cause a war is what I see. We're not, don't talk about it too. I don't talk about it too much, but we all know a little bit of what's going on. The evasive way that they are attacking and having jets, China having jets flying around Taiwan. They want to take hold of a military base just on the edge, not far from Taiwan there. So it's not really good. I mean, I say no matter who is the shithead, excuse the expression, no matter who is doing bad in the world, we should just make a hole and put a swimming pool there and a beach. Be honest with you. No matter who it is. If it's us, so be it. But the sad part, it's the people that get bombed. It's the people that get hit. It's never the associations or the elites living in their bunkers and stuff like that. It's always the people, right? They get mad at the U.S. Well, they're going to bomb New York. They get mad at Iran, well, or, Iraq, well, Afghanistan, well, they're going to bomb certain areas. But it's stupid. The people die, kids die, and parents, adults like us, we die. And it's for power. It's disgusting, actually. You said it, Ashley. You said it. I totally agree with that. Definitely. Bezos should have army a secret project better far than SpaceX and Blue Horizon. Behind the scenes, there's always secret project. Exactly. And thanks, Sebastien. Jeff Bezos, I believe, is obviously doing secret space projects also. It would make very much sense that they would be doing that. But still, I'm excited. Are they doing it on the moon? Sebastien, like you said, they just talked about it, the oxygen. It has to come out on the moon. For Christmas, how beautiful would that be if they say, well, it turns out that the astronauts will be able to live on the moon successfully with the oxygen and atmosphere. And you do know around Mars, they have satellites creating oxygen, right? There was talk about that. Talk about the robot on the surface, the helicopter little thingamajiggy that they showed, which was totally ridiculous, almost pocket-sized, that's creating atmosphere. Do you know that? They have the capability to do that. They can terraform planets and moons, probably. Maybe that's what they're doing on the moon. Maybe that was the goal for 60 years, to terraform the moon to prepare it for 2024, which I am hoping they're not going to set that back. Artemis Project, guys, what do you think of that? The Artemis Project will be the next time they're going to send somebody back to the moon. A lot of you, like me, probably don't believe that they're going to send somebody back to the moon. I think it's highly plausible that they would not send people back to the moon. Maybe not right away. But who's up there? Is it alien? Is it human? People, a lot of you mentioned to me, could it be a breakaway civilization of humans that broke away from Earth? Or could it be literally those elites up there? That I wonder. No, because I don't think the elites are the ones that are going up there to work, right? Maybe it's a place where it's only a working environment where there's, cots and beds where workers are there working literally little rooms, or it could be an area where there's imagine vegetation and rivers on the surface, and imagine having an actual project where there's housing and maybe even an area where people can be outside doing testing the atmosphere and oxygen in the lunar orbit, in the atmosphere, in the air around the moon. There is air, there is oxygen. Who says that there's not more than what they said there was, which is what, 61 or 63%? I'm not sure what the amount was, but I think it's highly plausible they could be terraforming it. Merkaba, yeah, awesome. Crystal and copper bracelet, it helps to get grounded. Ari, thanks for sharing that. Absolutely. I need more people to come here, and more astrology people, more spiritual people and stuff. I believe that we can all interact together, religious or not, is how I see it. Russia blowing up stuff in space. That was interesting. Current events are insane. It really is C5 circle. So we're hearing just little bits of it, right? And they're not telling us exactly what the heck's going on, but there is a war outside of Earth, and they're not using tanks. They could be, guys, if we're doing these attacks from Earth or from satellites, impressive. But what if the attacks are being done by an actual UFO vessel? How exaggerated would it sound if the Chinese government had a soldier that was space capable in a UFO vehicle that could, one, travel around Earth in 12 seconds, shoot something around Earth in 2 or 3 seconds or whatnot? Could it be possible? I don't see the exaggeration at all when we talk about it. The only thing is that you would agree with me when it comes to that there is a higher power on Earth in weaponry. They will dominate the planet for sure. And if the other team, whoever we or they are, doesn't want that team to be ruling the planet because they are more capable, they're going to do secret projects and to invest a lot of time, effort, and money, and probably people, to be able to make secret projects in hidden ways on other planets, maybe even to test things to be able to be the number one. We've destroyed our planet and polluted it and killed millions of people and caused many cataclysmic events because of our naivety. Naivety, is that a word? And also because we want to destroy each other by being the most powerful. You know, you see it everywhere. Somebody has a good YouTube channel, a lot of people will encourage other channels. Sure, we can be disappointed if someone has a better channel than you. We're human. But to go to the point to try to destroy someone else's channel, we're doing the same thing as what the governments are doing. It's controlling everything. China wants to control the trade. I believe they are controlling the trade now. There was a big hush about why certain boats were held up in certain waters. I'm not even going to talk about it because it didn't even come out. But I hope you all know that there was something incredible that was stopped. We could have all been killed. Something incredible was stopped. Lots of things are still in progress, but there's something incredible, something devastating could have happened, and it was stopped. And I would never even mention on the channel because it's hush hush. Only true seekers are talking about it. Alex Jones is talking about it. You all have to go by that channel and look at Alex Jones, whether you like him or not. Never mind how he is. You have to look at the information that he's sharing. Project Veritas is another one, Veritas, where you have to go and see and listen. They were just raided by the FBI recently, Project Veritas. So I know a lot about all this stuff, and I don't talk about it because I keep the channel space related so that it won't be taken down and that we won't go off track. But we're not going to hide that there's a lot of stuff going on around Earth that we don't know about, you know. And speaking of stuff going on around Earth, let's take a look at this. In the last video, you all saw it, obviously, but for those that did not, there's something on the surface of the moon that from time to time I do capture, maybe in a rare occurrence, but let's see here. I'm going to bring this down. So it's just basically what we just saw. I want to ask you what you all think of a certain thing. So now you should see a full screen and not see my little head. So we talked about that. Okay, coming out of the moon, right? We saw in the atmosphere right here. These there that are in the atmosphere, there's no two ways about it. That is definitely top secret. And it's not something that's between Earth. Like you're looking at an object in the atmosphere of the moon that's letting off a smoke, and the object itself is not burning up. So it's a fuel or they're spraying. We don't know. We'll probably never know, but you can see the activities there quite clearly. Here we showed it coming out of the surface or leaving from the surface. So they're hiding in the lights. And once they take off, they turn off their lights and that's it. You'll never see them again, probably. They can imagine being invaded Earth like that by that speed. So let's go see here now. The other thing I wanted to show. Sorry for your eyes. Don't want to make anyone dizzy. Going slow. There you go. These objects here, there. We talked about this. In the circle here, you see a UFO appear. And right now, there's no smoke. And now the smoke appears. Why? Well, because the UFOs are clarifying the surface. And when there's an explosion and stuff like that, well, it makes a cloud. Look at it at the bottom there. It's incredible. Little UFO, very, very small UFO. It's not small, but it looks small, causing a smoke. And we have the other one here. It's coming downwards, but this one has smoke around it and it's going in a trajectory straight downwards. And this one is going left. This one over here is going left. So we have two different areas, two different regions, trajectories that they're going on. You know, it's pretty interesting. And this fire, what do you think of that? Oh, hold on. Did I do it again? I must have left up the message, but it doesn't matter. We're almost done here. I'll leave the message up. I probably did leave the message up. But yeah, straight up in the bottom right there, these are explosions, guys. And there's nowhere in hell where I'm supposed to see anything illuminated on the surface at all like this. That's not the sun. And it's a large area that illuminates after there's this light going by. And you see the explosion there and it leaves smoke like any explosion on Earth or anything. I left the message up and I guess we're going to have problems seeing that. So let's take that down. I'm not perfect. Did I leave it up or not? Most likely. Stop sharing. And we'll get back to talking about. Yes, I did. Love it. I left up the message, but that's okay. Thanks again, Christy. It definitely is, Anthony. It really is biblical. You know, and the worst of it, Anthony, whether you're religious or not, a lot of the things that happen revolve around the Bible and what's said in the Bible, whether you like it or not, whether you're religious or not, whether you take the time to pick it up or not also. So yes, Ashley, it's exactly what I believe. It's absolutely right. DEW satellites, it's free energy. Look at the droids. You guys know I was a droid? Free energy droids. They work on free energy, and one day they're all gonna stop. Free energy machines is the secret of the universe. You develop a free energy machine, close it in a vacuum, and send it up to space. Then it'll go around the world forever. And that's probably exactly what they're doing without actually talking to us about it. I believe the military. U.S. nervous about aliens, very nervous about aliens, and they're buzzing around the warships. By the way, there's more and more footage coming out of them talking about testimonies of people in the U.S. military saying that they are coming out of the ocean. They're buzzing and at high rates of speed around the warships in the waters around the world. So there's definitely something they're watching. Maybe they're going to protect us, guys. Maybe they're going to be sure that the elites don't destroy the last little bit of Earth that's left. The last stretch of 1,000 years. Who knows? London, UK. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Brian Shepard. Appreciate that, man. There'll be more videos coming up, you guys. Between streams, I'm going to be putting up a French video. Then I'll be back on tonight's stream. It really is biblical. Hey, Eric Redding, how's it going? Aliaus Valhalla. Didn't see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Oh my, the time 1:44. I am still late there. I'm gonna go down a bit more. Communicate by lasers. Yep. Satellites. Yeah, exactly. They communicate by lasers. Yeah, it's exactly it. Thanks again, Christy. And they communicate by sending data to each satellite. So if they have to move a satellite and beam it elsewhere in space, well, another satellite will go by it and send pulsations, and then it'll transform that laser data into digital data. The satellite will read the digital data. We'll send that back to the people controlling the satellites on Earth, the big telescopes and radio telescopes, and then boom, they'll do all the shifting. It's really easy. It's a really simple thing. I don't know. I don't think it's that simple what they're doing. It's incredible. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's a good, because they are cloning. That's another thing. Clones is another thing that exists. That's something that's also real that they're doing. Proof also. Thanks to stats. There's been a black one up there for years. Yeah, well, that's what they talk about, right? The Dark Knight, Anthony? Excuse me. They talk about the Dark Knight. There's also the dark triangle that I caught going by the sun. It was absolutely incredible. That was absolutely incredible. Going by the sun. There's no two ways about it that it's definitely something alien. It has to be. We have nothing from Earth well, here's the thing. Now, here's where they're sneaky, because they can say that, aliens are out there when it could be the US themselves. To With all due respect to every country, even my own, Canada, US, it could be the opposite. Russia could be telling truth. Maybe we're doing bad stuff and we don't know about it. And again, it always comes down to, it's never the people, it's always the governments. It's that small group of people, not the whole people that are living in the country. I got nothing against the people living in China. I love them. But they know they have a corrupt government. Hey, they talk about them being communists. They know it, that they're communists. Yeah, you said it, Oliver. They also have UFOs. Isn't that a scary thing? So, that light that I showed you the other day that was fizzing, I hope you all saw that. It's like 2 or 3 videos back, and came down into the trees, or in my vision in line of sight with the trees at the end of the road. Maybe it's direct energy weapons that are shooting down satellites. And don't forget, we're seeing problems with YouTube connection, Twitter. When things go down, well, it would probably be because of things like that. So that's why when they start moving over the satellites, you watch the connections in a couple of days. I guess in about a week's time, I'd have to double check. I'll double check for tonight to see exactly what's going on with that. But that's spy satellites. It's the most interesting thing out there right now. That's what everyone is using. And I believe they're doing conniving things outside of Earth. Even a few people in the States, in Congress or what, I'm not going to mention who, but they got fried. Their brains got fried, and it felt like they could hear the woo, woo, woo. They could hear the buzzing of the frequency, and they said that was the first direct energy attack on the United States on a large group of people. Some of them were very, very sick and got brain damaged. So, are they spy satellite or satellite laser technology? There you go. There's lots of differences, exactly, which is why by dumb left America's weapons, yes, want to try out the new tech weapons on them. Of course, hey? And that's what they're going to do, eh? We're going to go have some fun. We're going to go up. We're going to go explode a few things. And then, the next day, what will we tell them? Oh, yeah, right. We'll tell them it's Leonidas. Meteor showers, which was tonight or tomorrow. Go figure. Or is it debris, right? Like, when they say there's meteor showers from a certain constellation, it still could be that there's weapons there, and that month they're using the weapons, and we'll never know it. We're just going to see the debris rain down. We'll never know it unless we leave Earth, But Jeff Bezos says we will be leaving Earth, and only a few will remain here. And somebody said it was biblical. Yes. Right, Anthony? How can it not be biblical when it's written in the Bible? Correct me if I'm wrong, Anthony. Is it not somewhere like 111,000 or 110,000 or 100,000 chosen people to go to heaven, right? The chosen ones. Why? Well, they're going to be chosen to remain here on Earth and take care of Earth? Like, are they going to bring back like the Adam and Eve ideal? Oh my God, I'm going to have to lose some weight. If we have to walk around naked and stuff, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Walking around naked. Thanks, Christy. Yeah, you said it, like a bus falling. Oh, yes. Boom. Alias Valhalla, thanks again for everything, my friend. If man colonizes the moon, he will pollute it, just like here. Yeah, that's another sad thing. And the worst of it, who says they're not using the moon as an experimental ground for, military testing, like ballistic missile, nuclear warhead testing? They're doing it here at the Nevada test site and many other regions around the world. But Nevada test site is one of the incredible regions that they are doing that. And it's filled with craters, holes. They have craters that they make implode. They have craters that they make explode. And honestly, it looks like exactly the craters that we're seeing on the moon. It really does look a lot like the craters we're looking at on the moon, I find. You said it, Ripper. He says he hopes the ISS is insured. I hope so. And, with everything that's on it, even Hawking's DNA and everything and his brain, or I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if Einstein's brain's not there, for whatever the reason they want to keep these things to maybe put in someone else. Yeah, exactly. Advanced Souls in this chat. Appreciated. Thanks, Harry. Thanks a lot. Yeah, there's one particular group of people that do show up here. It's people that honestly are really awake. And listen, a lot of you have shared your spiritual experiences with me and made me want to share some of mine. But honestly, it always sounds a little weird because I'm sorry, but spiritual encounters defy the laws of physics and they defy reality sometimes. I've seen things with shadows that really disturb me, and never lived in fear in my life, but I've always thought of that shadow, that moment, that a reflection became its own. It mind blown. I never understood that. And I understand one thing is that we don't understand light, but it always comes down to light and darkness, right? Always the light and the darkness. Why do, look at it the way you want. If you're a moth, you're going to fly into a light. Well, when I'm a soul, I'm not going into the light yet. I'm going to stay on the outskirts of the light. I'm going to try to grab the wall, hold on before going in, just to get a glimpse of, see if I hear any cries or screams. I wouldn't freely go into the light, that's for sure. So it's the Beaver Moon tonight, aka Frost Moon, but cloudy at the moment, but will be clear around 8 or 9 o'clock. And I will be looking outside, hopefully, to get some more. Last night, the clouds just absolutely ruined everything. Clouds were everywhere, and you can't do anything. It's like you want to blow them away. You can't do anything. They're there, and they're floating around, the moon. The moon has been more on a regular scale, more in the regular areas. Have you noticed? The moon's back high up in the sky as compared to the low southern area region. Could be because of winter, could be because of whatever. But I'm still looking at the sun, you guys. Every chance that I get, even now there's no sun, but there still is activity on the sun. It really still is active. There's a lot of sunspots and solar flares this year, and I do believe it's affecting the climate here on Earth. So it's not just one thing that affects the climate, right? There's lots going on, and we haven't even mentioned, but we often do here, HARP and the Hadron Collider. They're smashing negative particles, atoms together to create dark matter and to open portals and to leak in. I wouldn't go as far as saying leak in demons, but hey, who knows what they're doing? They're microwaving the sky. If I go and start that microwave right now, this stream will crash. Why? And you might not believe me. I don't know if you guys have tried it at home, or if I have a weird microwave. But that microwave, when I start it, I end the stream every time. So think, what's going on, what they could be doing around. If they were to kill us, no, they're not going to come knock at your door. It would be an instant thing. You'd hear like woo 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 woo. That's it. And then you'd go deaf, and then you just fizz out and become air, soul, whatever. They wouldn't do it dramatically, I'm pretty sure, if they're an advanced race. But when I see people in the atmosphere of the moon with smoke coming out of their little square objects floating around, it's like, who the hell's there? It's not an advanced alien race. Well, yes. Why would an advanced alien race have to necessarily be traveling through portals? They could be advanced without necessarily traveling through portals. That's an even bigger thing to accept. Traveling through portals. Well, they're one over the other, and there's several of them. And there's probably an impossible number of dimensions. And if there are parallel universes, folks, that means the entire universe that we will never be able to visit entirely could be alongside other universes, parallel universes that we would also never even get a chance to ever visit or even see because of time in reality, or because of the length of time that we last or endure. 100 years is because you lived a good life there. But most of us, most people, since I've been young, you get to about 85, some 95. People are still living to 90, 100 years old there. But what happens to us when we die? Do we bring any of the memory back? I tend to think that I was a soul before being born here on Earth, right? Okay, you might say, well, duh, that's what it doesn't matter. I'm just saying what I believe. And I believe that on Earth, we have a physical body, and it's just holding our soul. So we still are a soul, but we're grounded because of our physical body. So it's proof. It's proof in itself that when you do an astral projection, or you astral travel, or you project your body or mind elsewhere, you go elsewhere. You could see things elsewhere. Doesn't necessarily mean you're there with your physical body. Maybe your third eye. That's where you're going. You're traveling into another dimension, but you're not bound here on Earth. None of us are bound here on Earth. I swear to God, none of us are bound here on Earth. We're bound physically. The physical body is stuck here. If you bring your physical body in space, sure, you live in the ISS space station or on the moon, but like I said, your soul is still in that physical cocoon, right? And a shell around it. And I believe, do you think it makes sense that if a higher being wanted to test us to be the purest soul, maybe that's everyone's goal. Maybe that's the entire universe's goal, is for there to be a pure soul. Okay, we're not talking about God or higher being. What would we have to do to be the purest soul? We'd have to go through a sequence of different lives, maybe in different states. And I'm not talking about the US states, different states of mind, different states of physical reality, right? Like being on Earth in the human flesh. If you get mad at somebody and you smack them with your hand, you can hurt your hand too, right? And if you, bad example, but if you hit a tree and break your hand, well, you have access to inflicting harm to yourself and others as much as you want. It has to come from you inside, not wanting to inflict harm on others or yourself, or to destroy the human body, like some people excessively drink. And hey, I'm not perfect. I'm just telling you guys, in general, excessively drinking, drug addicts, people that overeat, some people do it all. Some people don't do any of that, but the shell that's around us, the human body, I believe it's holding us here in the physical realm so that we know what pain is. What type of a race would we be if none of us felt pain? There would be bloodshed. No? Do you not agree with me? There would be bloodshed if there was no pain, two, no consequences, or anything that would happen after killing someone if people were just free to do, would society be able to live in a peaceful way without there having been presented a god, for example? Like, I don't know. Like, are most people not killing people because they're just good people, or are they just afraid God's going to get mad because they're taking lives? There's a difference. Are you intentionally good? I believe this is a part of our life, and what we perceive as life in the physical realm is not the life of a soul. It's just our physical lives here. But I believe the soul has um, uh, many sequences of different environments that a soul would have to be in to be the perfect soul, to understand everything from matter to antimatter to spirituality, and to, maybe we're all students. You can laugh, but I do really do think and believe that we're all students. Do you guys know that the angels in heaven had weapons? Did you know that? Yeah, you can get as mad as some people can get as mad as they want, but it's written in the Bible. And I was like, well, there's certain parts of the Bible that they leave out, and it sucks. I find it when they do that. So I'm assuming that is a good thing, Eric. I didn't hear the story, and I can't even tell you exactly who he is, but I know the leftists were mad at the Kyle. So um, it's basically what told me that Kyle was a good guy. I don't know what it is what the leftists say. Incredible. Thank you very much. Franc-maçon 666, un gros merci. Très apprécié. Thanks a lot, you guys. Nick Wolf is in the house. The Netherlands. Thanks a lot, Nick. Appreciate it, you guys. Joe Brown from Maine. Thank you very much. You wouldn't happen to be Judge Joe Brown? One of my favorite judges I used to like watching. Thanks a lot, Joe. Grip Ripper, thanks a lot. Lucianne, thanks again for being here. Orwell's Bud, LGB, how's it going? Love the moon bombing vid real. Cool captures. Thank you very much. There's some serious shenanigans going on up there. There really is. And we have no idea at all. Nice logo, by the way. We have no idea what's going on. We have no idea what's going on up there. But we do actually now have an idea what's going on up there. There's some type of activity. We can freely say that, I think, without exaggerating. Can I take a chance and refill my coffee, guys? Can I get out of here without breaking everything? There we go. Well, I really appreciate you all taking the time to come by and see what we talk about and stuff. We have a lot of fun here. We do have a lot of fun here, and at the same time, well, maybe some of you have differences of opinions with me, but like I said, my theories are just theories. I believe someone's on the moon, but there's things that we don't have to agree or not agree on, though, right? There's some stuff that it's proof. In other words, if I show a light moving around the surface, well, we have to say that there is a light moving around the surface. We can't say that there's not a light moving around the surface. You could say it's just debris, okay, but still, there still is a light moving around on that surface. So there has to be someone up there when you think of it. While everyone was distracted by the trial, Pelosi passed the $4.5 trillion bill. I'm telling you, man. That's another one. Nancy. Horrible. There's something coming, Bruce. Keep your eyes peeled. I will, Anthony, and thanks, man, for everything. Thanks for contributing your everything, man, for contributing your opinions and thoughts on that too. Yep, I'll be checking the sky because I'm assuming It is a Star Wars. Guys, I was so lucky to get those objects beside the sun the past few months. You see how it is every year? Sometimes there's only 5 to 7 captures, so you have to really be outside as often as you can. So imagine everything that I missed also outside that I didn't even see, that I didn't have time to get. Obviously, probably missed a lot. But Darla and everyone and all the effort that the mods do, whether you're a mod or not, member or not, you're here looking at my videos. It's because of you that I'm still here. I'm not going to hide it. It's a scary thing because I'm doing it full time and with the attacks. Those of you that don't know, my numbers are being rolled backwards on the view counter, whether it be a hacker or whether it be just government. It looks a little cheap the way it's being done. So it reminds me of a hacker. But the more you guys come and look at the videos, the more interest and, that YouTube will maybe one day put me in recommendations. I was put once in recommendations, and I went, as I say, viral. But you see, it's maybe a little piece of what bigger channels will do. But it was incredible to see the subscribers go up, like 2 or 3 every minute, and then everything just stopped. So, but by you all coming back, it keeps me alive. I'm telling you. Keeps me alive. And scroll down here, really down. Get up to the time where everyone's talking because I know I'm always late. I get you all mad. Youngster, 78, how's it going? Demons exist. That was at 2:12. Geez, I am really late. Exists, broke away. City exists. People seem to think has to be one and not the other. That's right what you said. There's no holds barred. There's no rules of what can be up there. Yes, it could be aliens and humans living there without oxygen. Or it could be that there's oxygen on the moon and that there's F all there. And the squares that we are seeing are, for some reason, giant Lego block flowers. I doubt it there, but anything can be possible. That's definite for sure. Darren, I want to break away and astral project and create my own world in my own dimension. Yeah, be careful. Don't ask for it too much because I started that way. And now it seems like I'm seeing more on the other side that I'm seeing here. But is my eye playing tricks on you guys again? Yeah, absolutely. Dimension with all of Earth's beauty and say, go F yourselves to all the warmongers. Damn right, Darren. Building spaceships for their military. Yes, Rick. Inside of the moon is one of my biggest beliefs. That's how it started inside. Nuclear capability. We're John Lear, the retired CIA agent, way back, who I know very well now. Unfortunately, I had the chance to meet him. So John Lear mentioned the nuclear capability on the moon, but that was just, it's just words up in the air, guys. Get a telescope and see what's up there. I'm showing what's up there, and there's definitely structures. The rectangle in Mare Serenitatis beside the Apollo 17 landing. What do you guys think of that? There's no two ways about it. The rectangle is the size of 2-3 towns, small towns. So there has to be some type of border that was put up there in Mare Serenitatis for a reason. Is there a certain animal type living down there? Is there vegetation on the moon? I was the first in 2016 to mention that I was filming patches of dirt on the moon. I was the only one talking about them. And the trolls get mad and said it's not true. Nobody sees the surface. Of course it's true. And those patches are thrown over the structures. I believe it could be vegetation or they're hiding the structures. But now here's the thing. Through that little blur, they can get around the surface because all they have to do is follow those lines. They could build, they could take the lines apart, they could add to the lines. All they need is a bit more smoke, maybe a bit more lunar dirt. They're probably, maybe even possibly hauling out from inside the moon. They could be mining up there. Jeff Bezos says they want to bring everything in space, the mining. So basically they're going to mine, Mars, and they've already done, right? Probably empty now. Maybe Mars has been, maybe Mars is Earth 1 and Earth is Mars 2. Look at it that way. Which was there first, even though they tell us one of them was there first. I don't know. Some people say they brought the moon, that they actually brought the moon. That could, pigs in space. Yep. Making a mess. That's exactly what they are doing. Believe that there's something big happening? Dennis, thanks a lot, man. Yes, there really is something big happening, I believe. I've wondered about that as well. Shine a light, thanks. What if the powers that be are at war with a human breakaway? So thanks, guys. Thanks for contributing to those theories. Yep. Maybe it's human with human. So it's human capabilities which are almost identical, but on two different planets, where one that broke away because of an ancient cataclysmic event where they broke away. So that would confirm to us, youngster 78, that they're a very highly intelligent race, and that maybe the race that was here on Earth before us was more intelligent. I don't know what you guys think, but I believe ancient civilizations were far highly advanced, a lot more than us, because of everything that they're showing us. So we have 15 million people, says Silver Soul. Awakening, thank you very much. We have 50 million people go missing annually. Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. When people bring that one up, exactly. So they've already started taking people to other planets. We can assume that. Whether they're well treated or not, we don't know, but definitely. Why do we not ponder that the moon is fully populated already? Exactly. The abducted told they were the lucky ones saved by Armageddon, the only survivors. Yes. So they would go to the moon and sit down and say, well, Earth was now destroyed. Now the surface is completely clouded over, and volcanoes took over, cataclysmic eruptions, bees out of control. It took over all the McDonald's. It's getting ridiculous when you think of it, but it's all things that, for me, are logical. These are all logical things that now that are going to happen. If we left Earth, is because there was a cataclysmic event here, or we expanded. It could be only one or the other. If we expanded to go onto the moon, well, that means the ones there do not like us, and they're highly more advanced than us. So who knows what the breakaway civilization on the moon? Who knows who they connected with? Maybe it is human on the moon, and they connected with an alien extraterrestrial being that is helping them advance, or I don't know. I believe they are here already. Do you think that alien or extraterrestrials could be controlling? I'm going out on a limb here. The politics, our judicial systems. Do you think they could be controlling the governments, all medical associations, and the pharmacies? And I do tend to think one thing, that extraterrestrials. I'm going to take a guess here, but I think they have a money system, right? I think the money here on Earth, could it be used outside of Earth? That's a scary thought, because people that have a lot of money here on Earth, like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, how come they get the chance to go to space all the time, or to do cool stuff in space? When you think of it, right? Green screen problem, eh? My eye. I have to fix that. Going to have to fix that. Yes, Darla, we have fun at the streams here, guys. Jason Ward, thanks a lot. Bob Downs in the house. Old hat, they already do have space armies shooting stuff down here. I believe so. I do believe so, Bob Down. Definitely. Any eclipse footage? No, it won't be seen here, Gate Smasher. Wasn't good enough for me to see it. Same here. Asia, they're going to see it. Some other regions and stuff. Here, I saw absolutely nothing. And a Gate Smasher, even if it would have been visible, it rained. It poured rain here last night. So, yes, Rick Heller, hello. The Federation of Planets would never let that happen. Thank you for mentioning that. All these things come into consideration, right? The Galactic Federation, they exist. Our friend Paul Heller mentioned it at one point. It's absolutely true. Always power and greed. So tired. I'm sorry, Mother Earth. Airy. Yeah, that's what we deal with, right? The deal was we get tech, and they us for food. Yeah, rah, rah, rah. I hope we're not food, anyways. You said it, Space Cow. It's well said. We have to learn to live together. Hey, that's incredible. 170,000 people in the UK that go missing a year. Think of it, guys. These are stadiums filled with people. We're not talking about one person. And here's the thing, all those missing people, what should happen is for the next 30 years, we should be finding bodies everywhere. Think of it, unless they're friggin' eating them up and grinding down the bones and making gyprock with it. You know, it's getting weird. We don't want the aliens here seriously because they will own us. That could be, and again, some people go both ways. The aliens could be here to save us, like you say. They could be here to probably jabbing us. Who knows? Maybe that's why we're getting jabbed, because they're coming here doing so. That's another scary thing when you think of it, eh? Carlos Skywatcher is in the house. How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Thanks, Carlos. Yeah, youngster. Yeah, Alex been right about so many things. Yeah, he has, and at the same time, it's that he's leaking all these documents. All these documents. That's what he's doing. He's leaking everything. Whether he people think he's an idiot or not, is that Alex Jones is exposing the truth, and it gets me mad. People that hate white people should be going there to see it, because he's just posting documents. Don't give a crap about his screaming. Don't give a crap about what you like or dislike about him, or whether he sells pills or not. The guy's got to live. Just look at what he's showing. That's what I say. Me, it's for truth. I'm not going there because of his eyes there, or because of his good looks. If somebody's exposing something that no one else is exposing, and it's dangerous to them and their families, I think we should be, taking the time to follow it, to see what's going on. In the news in the state, there's lots going on, and the only person that's talking about it is him, literally showing stuff that, and Biden's cages, right, that nobody knows about still, basically exists. Wow, Darla, that is an awesome thing, guys. I thank you very much for the thumbs up. That really does mean a lot for me. To me, I try to promote channels I find that are interesting. No time to bring anyone down. Exactly. Well said. Well said, Gate Smasher. And I appreciate it. Love you for it. I believe in karma. You said it. You reap what you sow. Well said. My Miss Heard's channel ends in sow. SOW. Imagine. Big troll. But you're absolutely right about that. This war has been going on inside our Earth, and finally it's nearly over. Yes, and that would be the big bangs that we heard when they destroy what was left inside of Atlantis, of Earth. It's crazy, eh? Where we're all talking like this, and it could be very well true, the scenarios and what we're talking about. And now, says Penguin, thanks again for stopping by, my friend. Our governments are going to pay for keeping all their secrets and agreements made without the public's knowledge. Very sad. As for everything, as for the surveillance that they always do, they're surveilling us online. I mean, there's just no law. Andrew, jeez, I hope he's still here. Oh, free on white. Yes. Hey, Andrew, thank you, man. Thanks, guys. I'm sorry if I missed any contributions, my friends. Let me scroll all the way down, because I want to see what everyone's saying. 255. So the stats, everyone's here, guys. Wow, lots of people. You guys do know, I hope, that it's impossible for me to reply to everyone, but I really, 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 really do try. Sab, the Seeker, my funny friend, I've ended my live stream so I can focus on being in here. I love you to pieces, man. You guys can check out Sab's channel too. Another great guy that comes to the channel. Question Mouse, en ce moment sur YouTube. UFO Conscience à Kitski Bruce par son administrateur polyêtre. Ah ouais? Wow. Hey guys, merci Christian Maus. Another amazing ufologist. My friend Christian Maus studies in ufology, and he's got his blog site up. An amazing guy. Christian Maus is saying that the UFO Conscience was criticizing me by his administrator, Polly Header. So I will be looking that up. ça devient intéressant, Christian Maus, quand ça commence à être comme ça, hein? En réalité. Christian Maus, je veux vraiment te remercier, mon frère, pour tous les partages que tu fais pour ma chaîne. Vraiment bien apprécié. Christian shares my work on to the French, to Europe, in Belgium, France, and people are getting to know my work. And I met Christian with Sylvan Otrada, another amazing person. Sylvan Otrada has done also television. He's an administrator of the internet. Sylvan Otrada. He's the administrator of I won't mention the systems, but he shared my work a lot. And he was the first that confronted me in French that said was a real guy, and he wanted to see what work I was showing. Merci, Christian Maus. Beth, hello, Beth. I'm seeing you everywhere. I saw you on JC. I wasn't there again this week. Beth, don't be mad. Next Tuesday, Beth, Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003 channel. You guys that don't know JC, check him out. We're going to have a show on Tuesday. We're going to be talking about some of the explosions that I've been witnessing here, not here, on the moon, thank God, and talk about it with his amazing community that he has. Tucci, how's it going? Hi, Bruce. Love your show here in the Caribbean. Thank you, guys. We don't see anything, but I'm still, thank you, inquisitive as to what's happening. I firmly believe these are fallen angels. Let's talk about that. And thanks for bringing that up, because it's also a theory that I honestly love and appreciate very much. All theories are beautiful and amazing, I find. Angels or demons. However, it's strange we hide these. Really is. Tracy, thank you so much. Hey, thanks, Tracy. Love you guys. Thanks for the generous contributions, my friends. Space Cow said it. The aliens may already own us. You're absolutely right. How's it going, Beth No Yes? Beth No Yes got hypnotized, and she's going to be sharing that video probably on her channel. And when you do, please let me know, Beth, because I will want to check that out. Very interesting. See my eye bugging again? I like it, though. It's creepy. Je te le dis que c'est un mouse. Il y a vraiment une petite groupe de personnes qui ont aidé à sa chaîne, à part de toute ma communauté, là. Et je te remercie beaucoup, mon frère, pour le grand support que tu donnes. Thanks again, Tucci. I appreciate that. Carmen Payne. I wonder how it's the only stars visible last night, where the few following to the left of the moon, those in the other three directions were visible. It was clear here. Well, yeah, that's another thing. You know, when you go outside at night sometimes, and when you go outside, you don't see the sky, the stars or nothing, the moon, but you don't see any clouds. So it's weird sometimes. Sometimes it looks like they turned off the sky. And of course, theory or not, there's lots of different levels of clouds way high up, the stratospheres and all the different types of clouds that there are, I believe, would probably hide the stars sometimes. And yeah, sometimes, you ever notice, Carmen, how some nights it's very, very bright. The stars, they're beautiful, they're refracting and everything. And then suddenly, even though you don't see any clouds, you notice that all the stars get really, really, really dimmed out. Those are things you notice. When you film the sky a lot, you start noticing them a lot. But in general, like the moon, behind the moon, you're supposed to see the constellations that are always, going by, but the moon's supposed to be going by with them, if I'm not mistaken. But when you start looking and analyzing, you go, wait a minute, there's some weird stuff. Like that supposed star that I showed really close to the moon. How come if a star is behind the moon, it showed the surface? During a crescent moon, I was able to show the full moon. It's because they're not stars, or the stars are closer than they say they are, or it's asteroids that are whizzing by the moon and Earth. Maybe they're stationary. Eh? Remember last year or the year before? I'm not sure of which year. There was 3 objects in lower Earth orbit that NASA said were floating. They were just sitting there. How can that be? Unless it's in geostationary orbit, why would it just be sitting there and not moving? Makes you wonder about a lot of things. Hey, Tracy, thanks again. Understand there will be a battle on the moon tonight. Please record anything and everything. Thank you. No problem. Heads up, guys. Like I said, I will definitely try to get the moon. Sometimes when there's too many clouds and I don't get the time to take the telescope out, I still go out with a 2000 millimeter camera. And if there's any activity or explosions around it, we would definitely see it. I'll be checking, Tracy. I love hearing that. I don't care what anybody says. I believe the things that people come and tell me. It takes 2 seconds for me to go outside and film the moon. Maybe I'll see something awesome. Imagine if somebody knew that there was a real war up on the moon. Of course, somebody could come by and just say, there's going to be fighting tonight. Go up and check. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I'd be honest with you. A lot of people, Tracy, give me lots of heads up, and I appreciate them. I'll be looking. But there's definitely something going on up there. I'm telling you, Tracy. There's definitely, obviously, you know it, and it's true. Shine a light. That's what we should all do. Nice channel name. Actually, no, Pam Ben. How's it going? I heard of it. I'm trying to click on Pam Ben. There we go. I've heard of it. Thanks for the contributions, you guys and gals. Ever see the 1950s movie Soylent Green? I did not, but I'll check it out. Benevolent aliens, yeah. Carly Simon. Last night, I rewatched Tony Rodriguez, Jalaya, and Journey to Truth podcast. Talked about galactic money system. Interesting. The galactic money system. I wonder if there's a queen on it. I'd be dying to find out. It's maybe the queen with a reptilian self. My little crooked tooth. Should I get a gold tooth, guys? What should I do? Let's go get a gold tooth. I don't buy, yeah, don't have money to buy gold. So indica or sativa or hybrid, what's the J of the day, eh? I say definitely go with sativa. Definitely. If you want to get the higher, if you could take it, because the other stuff there, it's not really, if it's just for the taste, Mark. Careful, lots of good weed grown here in Quebec, boy, I tell you that. Now that it's legal, we'll talk about it. Giant worldwide migration going on. There's an interesting point, Eric Gore. Before I take off here, you guys. I'll be back on in a couple hours, guys. At 8 o'clock tonight, we'll have another hour or two together. Eric says, giant worldwide mig. Yep, going on right now. Lots of Ks going missing without a trace. Yes. So look at it like you want. Jeff Bezos says one day people will go to space. So who says the Americans aren't paying for Mexico to send in people into the country and they're taking off in planes sent off to Germany, and from there they can take off in UFOs? Why not? Why could that not be what they are doing? It makes me friggin' wonder. There are too many missing people, for me to ever even go back camping, I think. I'm going to think of it twice now. I'm telling you. I love going deep in the woods where there's no roots and people can't come and bother you and try to go hide and stuff. But what the hell's going to happen when I see an alien there and try to get out? Lots of mysterious woods here, guys, in Quebec, around where I am. Very scary places, and not just scary places. It's places that have a lot of dark energy. Sometimes in the past, different things occur in certain regions, and then they go and build houses over those areas, and sometimes that energy always stays there. That's not for nothing why some houses become haunted. And I still didn't get my witch board. I ordered it. It should be, I guess, the 27th. Everything's really, really backed up, and I'm not really one that buys things online, but I said, hey, why not get that witch board so that I'll be able to do the test. I'll be doing the tests here in private, see if there's anything to it, if it works, and some interesting questions. I want to bring some amazing different videos of a witch board, which have absolutely nothing to do with scaring and horror and stuff. I want to bring out the beautiful part of it, and not present it as something evil, even though it could be. It's not the board that's evil. It's what comes through it. It's what you attract. Maybe the board goes and gets what type of a person you are. You know, there's rumor that the board, when somebody is using a witch board, they say that you need two mediums, which is obviously suggestible. I've tried it alone; it's worked before, but I was younger. I don't know if it's going to work again alone. But some say that it's your mind you communicate with, that you're actually interacting with your subconscious. And no, I don't look at what's coming under the little window as a letter. I can record it and blindfold myself and look up to the ceiling to prove that it's authentic. And again, for some reason, I do want to prove its legitimacy, that there is a real way to communicate with whatever you're communicating with on that board. I don't know if it's good or not. Obviously not. I know a lot of your opinions. I know a lot what you think. It's not something to play with. I get it. But I've had a lot of spiritual encounters, and I see a lot of things. My mother laughed at me the other day. I screamed in her ears on the phone because I saw a shadow in the room and back. That was last week. So no, I don't make videos about it and talk about it, but they're present. They really are present. And again, I'm still undecided on whether it's another parallel world that's actually people that are alive right now. I don't, imagine asking the board questions, okay? Because it does work when I use it. Imagine asking the board questions about different planets, or about space, or about other beings, God, and stuff. There's lots of interesting questions that you could ask a board. And for those who have never used it, well, I'm sorry, but they spell out sometimes some very revealing things that it's just absolutely impossible for you to know unless you would have done the research or not. So again, it's just coming from this board. So you're like, whoa. You mustn't be talking about mine, youngster, but if so, awesome, Kai. Yeah, Simon Kai, he's a good guy, man. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. They're back on tour, eh? Simon and Garfunkel, they'll be back on tour this week. Some good songs, eh? Push the channel, leave a thumbs up to support Bruce. Good work, guys. Thank you very much, Will MC. Mayor, I appreciate that a lot, guys. Big hugs too, and thanks for the nice admins. Hey, thanks a lot, Will MC. Love you, bro, for it. Daryl Green, hello. I'm doing very good, man. Thanks, Daryl. Thanks a lot, bro, for stopping by. Oh, damn, nice bike, man. Nice chopper. You really appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks, Tracy. That's the thing, right? Like, whether you like listening to him or not, or whether he talks loud, I know he's doing it on purpose to do to get the attention of people and stuff like that. He knows a lot, and you get to the point where poor guy is just funneling and vomiting information that is straight up truth, guys. That most people may take the time to go and see, but I'm in Canada. I'm a Canadian. He also encountered a Canadian whistleblower, which he shares them on the site and a lot. But honestly, if the things in the news that you want to hear about that you will never ever hear, maybe even by Carlson Tucker. Don't forget Carlson Tucker is a truth seeker, but he works for Fox, and there's a limit of what they can say. Even the ones we trust and like, have things that they're not allowed bringing up or talking about. So, but do check them out. I honestly suggest that you all do, especially if you're an American citizen. I suggest that you do. Carly, thanks again. No more sunshine when she's gone. No, yes, I have to bring Kazoo back in, actually. I have to bring him in. He's hiding. I'll bring him the stream tonight. Get him to do maybe a special presentation. Well, I won't always have that up. Once in a while, we will be able to see him. Honestly, guys, Gate Smasher, why I have Kazoo? He's my inspiration, right? I see him, and my mind travels about all these possibilities. You know how people do work? Like, someone's maybe a writer, and on his desk, he has a few things that inspires him to want to write and stuff like that. Well, that's it. My Kazoo. I shower with him. I sleep with him. There's nothing I don't do with Kazoo. No, I'm kidding. Mark, leave instead. Good one. Thank you very much, Horst. Thanks a lot, you guys, for having taken the time. Thanks, everyone, for having stopped by. Stuart and Lisa Martin. I do travel every time I close my eyes. Exactly. Just don't know what I'm what I'm doing. Any thoughts? Um, yeah, your mind is traveling to certain areas that you're searching for certain truth, and your mind's going to bring you there. That's what's going to happen. We can see truth and not know exactly what's happening, right? Hi, Annie. Norway in the house. Yeah. Funny guys, screams. A lot of people, not everyone likes heavy metal music or hard rock music or a guy that's screaming and stuff like that, but there's some credibility to what he's showing. The ideal is just that he's talking about a lot of the secretive things that are going on in the States that they're not actually showing. You guys, he talked about the border and what was going on with Mexico and stuff. I think he was even the first to get some drone footage up there. They even passed an order. Biden passed an executive order afterwards to ban drones from media around the area because, why do you think Biden doesn't go see the cages, show the cages? Because that's when the media is going to follow him. Then everyone else is going to see them. So, yeah. Hey, thank you, everyone, guys. Hey, John. Um, there's also the free site, but hang on just 1 minute. Infowars.com. If you go to infowars.com, you will see Alex Jones' his website. From there, you'll be able to reach his free feed for the news, and do take the time to check it out. When you go there, infowars.com, you are going to click on the top left on featured. Featured, you'll look at all the boxes that are there, and they're going to tell you every so many hours that he's putting something out. He's been doing that for years. And there's some other guys involved there, 2 other shows. So they're like 3 guys doing morning, afternoon, and evening shows. And of course, they've had a lot of problems with the law and stuff like that. They're in contact with Project Veritas. They're in contact with the guys. The 3 branches of military were in contact with Alex Jones. When all the crap was happening with Trump at the beginning, the FBI and CIA were interacting with Alex Jones. So we're not going to hide that. He's definitely doing something, showing something that people should be talking about. If it was me, I would shout him out every single time because it's what he's showing. I'm not judging him as a person. I love the guy. I'm not judge. I understand him 101% of what he's doing. I get it. I absolutely get what he's doing. Thank you very much, Penguin, and everybody. That's amazing, Darla. That is absolutely amazing. The likes, guys. I know I dragged this on before leaving, but I love being here, guys. I love the interacting with you all, and I really appreciate the great help that you give the channel. And hey, that thing behind me, guys, almost $40 a month. That's what it costs. If you go on StreamYard and you want to pay, and then if you want to take the professional or just the not so professional. Now I'm streaming in 720p, so you should see me a lot better than in 320p when with the free StreamYard. So, but it's to make things a bit more interesting. And I had a banner up, I thought, but I guess I don't know. I guess the banner didn't work, but there's a bunch of things that I'm trying to do just to make it a bit more professional. But either way, say to yourself, when you come here, guys, for the longest time, I was sitting in front of a couch, and that's it. I'm not here. I waited 6 years to go get a microphone and to try to look more professional because I'm not trying to flash, right? But I do understand I understood very quickly that the interest does come from the presentation, also the person, the smile, the time that the person invests in his work and research. I answering comments and stuff. It's just an amazing job to do. I'll be honest with you. It's very rewarding, emotionally rewarding, physically rewarding, literally. You gain weight, you lose weight. It depends on how you feel. I think I finally maintain there and control the adjustment. Because if for those that don't know me, I could be up and down all the time. I ain't a small guy, which is perfect. I can defend myself. Yeah, we will the stats. Oh, yeah, actually. Hold on. Oop. I use it for the trolls of the stats. Floyd and the stats sent me a couple of them. Kazoos. Floyd has the biggest kazoo company. I was going to say he has the biggest kazoo in North America. No, he has the biggest kazoo. No, I'm kidding. He went for a visit and was kind enough to send a couple over, actually. I gave one of the three, I gave one of them to one of the kids in the neighborhood. And I regretted it because at 7 a.m. on his way to school, he'd hear. I use it for the trolls, you know. Somebody says something instead of having a like a little drum, well, it's you know, why not? So yeah, kazoo. And the reason why he sent me kazoo is because I called my alien kazoo, right? We'll see kazoo in the next stream. Maybe I'll get a little bench beside me with him. And boy, that kazoo, I tell you the stats. A kazoo is not liked by the trolls. The trolls are really thrashing kazoo, especially for the guy. I mean, he doesn't even talk, you know, he just thinks stuff and sticks stuff in my head. He laughs at the trolls a lot, I'll tell you that. Yeah, absolutely, Space Cow. I do it myself. You know, like I would risk it. I would show just that always continually on the channel. At the beginning, I tried sharing his link, but you can't do it. You can't share Alex Jones links anywhere, not on Facebook, not on YouTube, because they hide the traffic coming to your channel. So I was very careful. But every chance that I get, though, that somebody asks me, who's this Alex Jones? So I'm going to say it one more time. I know I tried to reach him. Guy is busy. I know it. I mentioned to him what was on the moon. I tend to think he has someone looking at everything coming in, but not necessarily interacting with everybody. But the little bit that I can help, if I can send 3 people over to Alex Jones, it's infowarsaltogether.com, and go to his site. And from there, look at the feeds that he has. This look on top, you have recent news, you have the featured, you have, you know, the medical news and everything. He talks about everything from the jab all the way to the nab, immigration, everything. So, Jeremy, before I get out, I've heard, don't be so quick to jump. One of the first ships that shows up. Yeah, same here. I'm not going on the first one. Are you kidding me? Wait for the second phase there. The good guys. Yes. Yeah. I might even wait for the third. I don't know if I'm going to go high under some mountain somewhere, but before I get up there, happy 420, Will MC. Right on, brother. I do, my friend. I do. Je m'en vais, mes infos. Oui, moi aussi, Christian Mouse, j'ai fini, mon frère. Mes infos ne sont pas. Ah, reliés. Ils sont pas reliés. Je regarde Christian Mouse. J'ai-tu manqué quelque chose, mon frère? Ouais, je pense bien que j'ai tout vu. Ce moment sur YouTube, ouais, le UFO Conscience, Kitsky Bruce par son administrateur Polly Ertre. Faudrait que je vérifie tout ça. Merci d'avoir poussé tout, Christian. Même poussé pour BTLV. Tout le kit. À un moment donné, ils vont finir par me connaître. Thanks again, guys, for generous contributions. Tracy, everybody, thanks for following the channel, too. I can't thank you all enough. Yeah, the moon could be a spaceship. Yeah, power numbers, Thurston. Why would you call a 4 foot tall a blacker than a black hole? Guy with bright blue eyes and blacker than a black hole. Guy with bright blue eyes and ivory teeth. Thanks to you, Tracy Reed. There's a dude who calls into Fade to Black who says he is in a war with the moon. Interesting. Imagine if it is bad people up there that were actually filming that wars being bombarded on the surface. Good. If they're bad, I hope we bomb the hell out of it. We don't know, though. We don't actually know. Looks like even advanced beings are violent. Hey, there's a good one, Eric. Yeah, you said it, eh? Even advanced beings are a bunch of freaking savages. I think it comes down to just it's the power, the money grab. I don't know, eh? It's crazy stuff. Well, guys, already 3:30. I don't want to bore you all. Really appreciate all the beautiful comments, the thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up if you're here. It'll help. Maybe get the channel out in recommendations. Mr. Noble, Manu Flav, thank you very much. Who told World War IV would be fought from the backside of the moon in the 70s? Oh yeah, really? That person wasn't that far off. Wasn't that crazy? Was he or she? You feeling okay, Kai? Ten four, Thurston. Yes, it is some kind of magic, youngster 78. You're talking truth there, boy. You damn right. I don't smoke weed. What? Do I have to smoke weed to know what 420 is? I've smoked before, but it's not something that will ever come up as a subject. That's always a personal issue. It's like, hey, do you have a drink this morning? Stop talking about weed. You're going to make me want to go smoke a joint. Research, research, research. That's what must be done and what always will be done. Right now, I'm heading outside for the only second I'm going to see that sun probably outside, see if there's any thing interesting on the sun. So I just tell people I smoke Youngster 78 to blend in with the cool groups. Have you ever seen me smoking joints online? Ever? I'll tell you what, there's one video of me smoking a cigarette online. Try to find it. Yeah, population of Belgium. Imagine rounding up the population of Belgium every year and bringing them up to the moon in other areas. You can be sure that's what's going on. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. No more can't be for me. I'm thinking about it twice now. Definitely. Yeah, that's what some people say. It could go either way, though. Yeah. Bruce, remember to tell the spirit you communicate with goodbye at the end of a session. Yes. I don't know if it's you that told me the last time, but a lot of you mention it. But yes, I'm familiar with that. But when you end a session, it's very important to let the entity or being that is there that the session is over, and they will reply goodbye to you. And that way you end it there with a smile, maybe a thank you. See you next time. You never welcome a spirit into your house. And when I was younger, it's what I did. The reason why I did that is because I had lost my father and I wanted to see him again. It's a kid, all right? So imagine me as a kid wanting to be a portal to the other side. I prayed to God for this when I was 12, 13 years old, to be a portal to the other side. But something happened by me asking all these things to God. I did connect with my dad, and not just him, like the whole other side, So it's real. Some people are connected to the other side. No, I'm not one that turns around and walks through portals and does time travel, or probably we are. We don't know it, but I do believe that what happened to me was legitimately a real event. It wasn't my imagination, and I'm sure a lot of you too have gone through a lot of incidences, but they're all very, very real. So, Jill Peacock's here. You have to tell them this is your house. They must obey your rules. Yes, absolutely. Son is grown and still is uncomfortable in my old apartment upstairs. We used I did you hear that? We used to hear footsteps up there for years. Yeah, absolutely. We attract things, and we have to have the protections on. And I assure you, I know all the protections, all the way down to the salts and what salts in the corners, and what happens. And I had an experience here. I made a whole room become the whole floor was water, and it came from Himalayan salts. Um, it was around the time where there was a lot of paranormal activity and stuff. So it is very high here, the spiritual portal where I am. It is something that has followed me from the age of 6.5 years old, or I would say more 4.5 years old, and maybe even earlier, but I probably wouldn't have remembered. But it exists. Goodbye, John Black. Don't forget to say goodbye. And that's what I'm going to say to you all here right now to finish off the session. I'm going to write goodbye. Is what is how or what I should write. And I have to go back to the ship. They're calling me right now. So I'll see you all soon. Beat me up.